Hey, what's up? My name's Alex and welcome to my YouTube channel. Before we start today's video, I just wanted to do a little bit of an about me. I just graduated from the University of Connecticut with a bachelor's degree in political science. I'm about to leave in 1 week for my Disney college program. So I figured I would start my YouTube channel by doing the DCP Tag. It's a very popular thing among people going into the Disney college program. I'm just gonna answer a few questions. Let's get into it. So the first question is, how did you hear about the program? So I actually heard about the program from my best friend. He really wanted to apply. He had never been to Disney before, and he applied to the program and got in 2 times in a row. Didn't go either time, but he did apply and he did get in. And at first I didn't really listen to him with what he was talking about, and then one of my friends from school also applied, and she went to Disney, and I wanted to know what she was doing. So I started looking at it, and then I found, Emily Enchanted and Miss Shelby on YouTube and watched all of their Disney vlogs and couldn't imagine my life not doing that. So like I said, I just graduated. I needed something to take up like 6 to 8 months of my time before grad school starts in August. So I figured that going to Disney and not playing in the parks, because obviously you work while you're there, but getting to do something fun and exciting was what I wanted to do, rather than going to sit in a corporate office for the next 8 months wanting to cry every day. So the second question is, how was the interview process? So for me, the interview process actually wasn't that bad. You hear a lot of horror stories of people who have to wait like 6 weeks to even get their WBI, and then once they get their WBI, they have to wait like 8 weeks for an answer. And for me, that didn't happen at all. I applied on the first day that the applications dropped, but I wasn't entirely sure when I applied that I wanted to do it anyway, so I wasn't really nervous or excited or freaking out at all within the time that I was waiting for my WBI. I was training to be a recruitment counselor for UConn's Greek life, and my mind was just completely taken off of everything. So right after recruitment weekend was over, it was the first week of September. I got my WBI on that Thursday. So I did my web-based interview. I got through, and then scheduled my phone interview for the following Wednesday. And then I had my phone interview sitting at a Starbucks talking to someone a recruiter who also happened to be a UConn graduate, had her degree in political science. We got along really well, and we talked a lot about what you could do with your degree and how I could work for Disney in the future if I chose to, and how she got into her position, and also about the Disney college program. And I think it was 4 days later, I got my acceptance to the program. So I was accepted in the first wave of applicants, which was really cool, being in that first splash of acceptances that they did. And it really wasn't that bad at all for me. So the third question was, where were you when you found out? I actually had just gotten home from work. I had about 20 minutes to eat food and throw on workout clothes before going to spin class with one of my friends, and I got the email. I called my best friend and cried, telling him that I had gotten in, which is when I knew that I needed to do it. But there were a lot of factors that were going to stop me from doing it that I'm glad have been resolved. Obviously I'm leaving next week, so everything's fine, but I didn't expect to have to pay $400 in fees within 24 hours of getting this email, nor did I think I was going to be able to find someone to take over my lease for my apartment. There were a lot of ups and downs with that, and a lot of things that could have gone really wrong, but thankfully worked out in the end. So I was sitting in my room about to go to spin class, eating dinner. So the fourth question is, what is your role and what are your preferred roles? So I got accepted as a seater, which was actually my top role that I wanted. I've been working in customer service my whole life, so I didn't want to do the merchandise part of it, and I didn't want to do anything like that. My top roles were front desk, vacation planner, and Cedar. So I'm really excited that I got Cedar. That's what I wanted. My dream is to be a Cedar for Be Our Guest. My recruiter knew that, so my fingers are crossed for when we get our itineraries on Monday that I am reporting to Magic Kingdom, but we will see. The fifth question is, how did you find your roommates and how many did you want? So I found my roommates through the DCP Spring Advantage 2019 page. I talked to one girl. I knew I wanted to live with other girls in Greek life because I get along really well with other members of Greek life, and I know like personalities seem to blend better. So I met and started talking to one girl who was in AD Pi at the school that my roommate from when I studied abroad went to, so we had a lot in common. And then she had other roommates that she was already living with, and then we found 2 other girls that wanted to live with us as well. So all in all, I wanted to have 5 roommates, be in a 3-bedroom, 6-person apartment. If that doesn't work, I really just hope it's not a 2-bedroom, 6-person apartment, but we'll see in a couple weeks. The 6th question is, what are you gonna miss while you're in the program? I recently have gotten really close to a lot of my friends at home that I made in high school, that I worked with, that kind of thing. So I'm definitely gonna miss them a lot. Besides that though, I have moved away before. I lived in Scotland for 5 months, so I'm not particularly concerned about like being homesick because I know what it's like. It is gonna suck seeing my friends from school like go to the bar together and knowing that I can't go because I turned 21 right before finals week, so I didn't ever get to go out with them. So that is gonna suck, but besides that, I'm sure I'm gonna make tons of other friends in the program, and I'm gonna be doing really fun things, and I'll be at Disney obviously, so can't really be that mad about it. The 7th question is, what is your favorite Disney park? My answer is and forever will be Epcot. I'm a big nerd. I love learning about things, so I find a lot of Epcot fascinating. I think Future World is really cool, and also obviously the showcase. Eating around the world is always a lot of fun with my family, and drinking around the world is gonna be great when I get there. Illuminations was my favorite fireworks show, so it's really sad that that's leaving, but I'm excited to see the new ones in July. I'm just excited to be there all the time, basically. So 8 is, what is the first thing you want to do when you get there? I think I'm the only person in my roommate group who's not an annual pass holder, so they're probably all going to go to the parks together, but I can't afford that yet. So when I get to Florida, I'm actually going to stay with my grandparents for a few days before moving in because I haven't seen them in a while, and they happen to live like an hour from Orlando. But I think the first thing I'm doing when I get there is going to Disney Springs and eating and probably taking advantage of the holiday cast member discount. Question number 9 is, what is number 1 on your bucket list? So the number 1 thing on my bucket list is definitely drinking around the world. I can't wait to do it. I've wanted to do it since I was a little kid. I was supposed to go to Epcot for my birthday this year, but things kind of fell through and I didn't end up going. So I'm super excited to do that with my roommates and any other friends that I meet while I'm there. Besides that, I haven't been to Harry Potter World yet either, so going to Universal and going to Harry Potter World is definitely on the top of my bucket list. And also, I really want to do the 4-park one-day challenge. I've seen so many YouTube videos about it, and I just think it's so fun. So I'm super excited to try to do all those things. And the last question is, what is one thing you hope to take away from the Disney College program? I think I kind of lost myself towards the end of college, started getting really serious and being really focused on my career and my future and what's ahead of me, and sometimes I'm really bad at living in the moment. So I'm hoping that the DCP helps me with living in the moment a little bit more, because you are working so much that you don't really get a lot of time to go and do fun things. So learning to appreciate when I get to do those fun things and getting to live in the moment, I think is going to be super important to me. So I hope I can take that away from the program, and if not, probably 45 pairs of ears because I have a spending problem and the ears are all really cute. But those are the 10 questions in the DCP tag. Hopefully gonna be uploading another video next week. It'll be my drive to Orlando with me, and maybe a pack for the DCP with me. But we will see what happens, and I will see you soon.